zone, it's more. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Complete to start this drive. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
They'll run play action. Here's the pressure. Grab near the marker. It's more. Out across the 30, steps out of bounds at the 31-yard line as they try to put something together.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Finds his man. It's Moore. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. In their vision of that play, someone would run free after making an easy catch. There was nowhere to run and nowhere to go except down.
Probably looked really good when they drew that one up on the board this week in practice, but obviously a lot more difficult to go out and execute. Give the defense credit. Great stop.
He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Early in the game as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. He'll keep it on the sneak. And they needed an inch, and they didn't get it. This defense gives up nothing, and you'll like it.
Man, I like the call. 3rd and inches, I feel like I can get a few inches. I just need to fall forward, but this defense more than ready for the quarterback sneak.
Now, I think as a play caller, that just makes you second-guess everything. You'd love to think you could just dial up QB sneak to pick up that first down. Now, you're probably going to have to hand it off to the big fella behind you to keep this drive going.
And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Give to the running back. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
And man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Got it in the middle. It's Berry. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
I love the job the quarterback does surveying the defense there. Great job pre-snap recognition, understanding the coverage. He goes to his curl route, gets the completion, and picks up the first.
They'll snap it from the 39. 1st and 10. Back to throw. It's Wheeler. He's got it down the middle. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
The defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
And they'll come to the line just needing a few chain links for a first down. They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
And that's crazy. 1 second you're the offense, we're thinking 2nd and inches, we're taking a shot, we're in a great spot, and then you give up a sack, and now all of a sudden you're in 3rd and long, and you're thinking, uh-oh, we got to convert this, but we're giving the ball right back to our opponent.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, trying to have grabbed in the middle. It's Matthews. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went game time.
After losing a couple of yards, it's now 2nd and 12 as they try to keep this drive moving. The run from the shotgun. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you've got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
And here comes the punt team. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. That ball will make its way out of bounds, and they'll mark it dead at the 15. Here comes the offense onto the field again. Wants to throw. It's Jarvis. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. Now across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. That's why everybody has to do the tip drill. DBs and receivers, and it worked out this time for the offense.
That's exactly what you want as a defender. Just get your hand on the football, let that thing bounce, and you see so many big plays made, but it was the opposite. It goes right to the wide receiver, makes the play, makes the catch. Man,
under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Isn't the play-action fake supposed to make those guys take a half a beat before they come and destroy the quarterback?
yes, trying to slow him down as much as possible, but it's predicated, too, on me reading that and me seeing it, and they didn't bite it at all. You better run the football effectively if you're going to run play action, because they did not bite on the play action fake at all.
It's second and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Back to pass. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Well, this offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack first down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so third in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Wide open downfield. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Fourth down and 1, and they'll go for it. Motion from the back. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a fourth down stop. They've got it first and 10 at the 50. Just a short pass to the tight end.
Man, what a nice job seeing it, reacting, and throwing it. When you run these RPOs, you want to read the defense really quickly. Is he playing one? Okay, boom, I'm for the slant right behind. Nice job by the QB.
And here comes the offense on second down. Send the tight end in motion. Looking to throw, it's Wheeler. Knocked down, but not before. He gets the first down after recovering the fumble. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Berry. Stopped just inside the 30 and the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot, the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn that field, and you saw that right there.
Caught over the middle. It's Berry. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
For an offense, slant routes against man coverage are really a rhythm throw. You take your steps, you get the ball out, it's got to be in a good location. Quarterback and receiver on the same page there.
Now inside the 20, first and 10 from the 18. Out of the gun to give to the back. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you are.
Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
And that's the problem with blitzing on defense. You live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. Defense dialed up the pressure, but the offense had a better play call. They ran it away from the blitz, and that's why they were able to be successful.
Looking downfield, it's Wheeler. They're working that left side. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
That's perfectly fine. If I'm a defense, I'm going to give up some yards right there. Play deep, react to shallow. The running back catches the football. I come up. He gets a positive gain, but it doesn't matter because now I win third down. Of course, I'm on fourth down.
The official says no good. Guys, after the miss, no change in the score.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like, the field goal, miss, make, rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Quickly out to the tight end. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
It's really easy to say the word RPO and say I'm going to run them, but you got to make those decisions, and you got to make them fast. You can't get confused by all the craziness that's going on, by all the guys moving around or talking. Nice job by the quarterback. Staying in the moment, seeing it, throwing the slant, making sure he makes the right decision.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Still running at the 40. Spaces. And they exploited that soft spot. They get it down to the 35.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Got a man, it's Bell. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. It'll be a draw. They'll give him one to the 28-yard line.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They'll snap it from the 28 in field goal range, but it's third and short. Throws to the wideout. Pass is incomplete, but there is a flag beside the quarterback, and this might be a roughing call. 3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Tight end finds a soft spot. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
How about the job and recognition by the defense? They knew exactly what they were trying to set up, and they had multiple defenders surrounding that intended target so that there was nowhere for him to go once he caught the ball.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Motion from the wideout. Looking downfield, it's Jarvis. Bringing the heat. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
One guy up front loses his focus, and it leads to that sack. And it's unfortunate because they had all 11 guys on the same page these last two drives. Obviously scoring a touchdown the last time out, and really doing a nice job even on this drive of moving the football. And then it comes to that one critical third down, one guy not doing what he's supposed to do, and now you're set up in 4th and long, and it looks like they're going to have to punt.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He'll take a shot. It just trickled through his fingers. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. He'll swing that big leg for 3 from 44 yards out. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. 2 running backs alongside the quarterback. Look out, he's got room. There he goes. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job of it.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. To the air, it's Wheeler. Makes the grab. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. First thing you want to do if you're in a hole is stop digging. It's 1st and 20. Swings it out to the flat. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? They're able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to screen for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking down the field. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made it down.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Catch in the middle, it's Weeks. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense, got him at the 27.
3rd and long situation, we're bringing an extra DB on the field. We're telling our front guys to pin your ears back and go get the QB, and they get the job done.
The punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch at the 30. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. And the offense takes the field, ready to go back to work. The give to the tailback. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air, it's Jarvis. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Makes the grab on the shot. The sophomore making a big play and hauling in that pass. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Finds his tight end. That had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking to fire. It's on target and complete. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to keep it in the air. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They'll throw again after the incompletion. Gets it out quickly. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Let's see what they do on 3rd down. From the gun, running back gets the give. He's got enough. It'll be a 1st down. They've got it at the 12.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5 plus. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off, and he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
He's got it on the run. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to throw, it's Jarvis. He's got it. Get it into the end zone for a touchdown. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. That drive covers 62 yards for the touchdown. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. They are set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Now this offense is back on the field. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
And a great job by the defense, seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
picked up now. Here's second and long. Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle. It's Matthews. All kinds of room to the right. He's at the 20. Touchdown.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
PAT unit on the field. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. Finds his big tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time. It's now showing up here in the game.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Catch in the middle. It's Moore. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Dropping back, it's Jarvis. Under fire. He's going to take off. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. That's reeled in. It's Moore. He steps out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage, and that'll take us to the 2-minute timeout. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Finds the tight end. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab. That's quite a start to a drive, and now from midfield. Dropping back, it's Wheeler. Shoots it to the left. Makes the catch. It's Matthews. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32.
And that's a first down for the offense.
And this setter downs gets started from the 33. First and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Picked off to stop the threat. Got room on the return. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Going right to work up top. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
And he finally missed one, right? I mean, he's been pretty hot, right? 5 passes in a row. He's been moving the ball around, different platforms, different receivers. Just done a really good job spreading the ball around, and he's human. He finally missed.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
And we've already seen this movie early in this football game, and he already has a touchdown, and they're seeking him again. And there's a reason. He can run, right? Like, he's one of their go-to guys on the outside, and you can tell they're trying to use him early and often in this offense.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the incomplete pass on third down, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's about. They bring the punter onto the field now. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. Scanning the field, it's Wheeler. A safe call on the wide receiver screen. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving forward just a few. You got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. The play action fake. Here he goes breaking the pocket. First down and more. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see him on the sidelines, guys. He could not wait to get back out there. And that time, it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the first down.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Just inside the 40-yard line. It's first and 10 from the 39. To the air on first down. Fires to the middle. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
Just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing the pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
Back to pass on second down. Makes the grab. It's Matthews. Stopped just inside the 30 and the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Lost a throw on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Matthews. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Now the play fake.
some yards and the opponent's in field goal range, this is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz. Because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try to draw even here before the half. Never allowed. And the field goal draws us even as we get close to halftime.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. About to kick it away again as we are tied up in the third quarter. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This crowd still bringing the intensity to open the second half. Got it in the middle, it's Weeks. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. Dropping back, it's Wheeler. Too much on that one, just down his reach.
Well, that's just a miss by the quarterback. That's a simple slant route. That ball's got to be thrown out in front or put in the face mask of the receiver. That throw by the QB.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat. They've got a third and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Well, that inside linebacker is a freak of nature for multiple reasons, and it's hard for a lot of these smaller running backs to have to pick him up in pass pro, not just because of his speed, but he's also big and strong.
And here comes the punt team. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. From the gun, the ground game. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Here's the thing. I know this guy's not going to win the Heisman Trophy, but he's a pretty talented football player that's made big plays for this offense in the past. They have not had any success when they've given him chances so far in this game. And in the third quarter, you're getting a little nervous, I think, if you're the head coach, because he's a guy you need to have success if you're going to win.
Gonna let it fly. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Looking to pass. It's Jarvis. Rushes on him. No way to go with the ball and down. He goes at the 39.
Pretty nice as a defense, right? When you can go nickel, put 5 DBs on the field and not have to blitz anyone, trusting your front four to get the job done on third down, and they do it right there, getting the sack.
The punt team makes its way onto the field. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Cover guys do their job and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Starts Offensive drive trying to go up top. He's going to throw deep right side. He's got it along the sideline. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. One big play, and you go from a little back up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Weeks.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. Quick release on the RPO. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down.
Great job by the quarterback there. He saw the safety bite on the run fake. So as the safety comes running downhill, he now knows he has the slant throw to his receiver on the outside.
Now on 1st down from the 28. He wants to throw it again. Pulls it in. It's Weeks. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
Simple pitch, simple catch, easy little drag route right over the field. It's a nice timing route. You can run versus man or you can run it versus zone and have a lot of success.
2nd and short now after that completion. Sends it back in motion. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage before he was stopped, but using the running back in the short passing game gives him a 1st down.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
To the air, it's Wheeler. Looking to the end zone. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped offside.
And this is what's going to drive coaches crazy. It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the ball, and when it's snapped, get after the...
Makes the catch and gets the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in the game.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And now the offense will come onto the field again. A quick pass to the left. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. What a weapon these wide receiver screens can be. Not only do you get a convoy blocking, you get dynamic running.
When you do this and you show me the threat of throwing this wide receiver screen, it makes me play defense differently. It makes me have more guys out wide, which opens the box inside. So I think it's really smart for coordinators and offenses to continually throw these screens to playmakers.
2nd down.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Leaves it with the back. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
He'll sneak it and try to surge forward.
3rd and 1. Everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Back to throw, it's Jarvis. Fires to the tight end. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
It's a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. Looking downfield on 1st down. Snagged out in the air. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
You can run the slant route day one, and this is something that the quarterback and the wide receiver has done 100 million times out there on the field in the offseason. I see man-to-man coverage. I know I can run the slant. Boom, stick my foot in the ground, throw it, completion to my wide receiver.
Looking to throw on 1st down. It's complete.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole, and the quarterback throwing a strike.
They've hit him with back-to-back chunk plays. Now it's 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
And he barrels into the end zone for a touchdown. Good block. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we are tied up in the 3rd. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. Looking for a man. It's Wheeler. They'll run the screen. All the way out to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 15. And with that one, he's now over 3 bills for the game.
And there's 2 reasons why, Reese. He's made good decisions, and he's been accurate throwing the football all game long.
They gave themselves room to operate with that first play. Now 1st down from the 37. They'll give it to the back. And some room to work. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. He'll keep it on the sneak.
Picks up 1. Good enough for a first down.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. It's complete. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Unloads quickly. Down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
By the receiver. Picks up 3. That's a first down for the offense.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. And nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Got a good one going here. All tied up in the 3rd. It's 2nd and 10. Trying play action. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe of the 49.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You can tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Grabbed over the middle. It's Weeks. Makes the easy catch and weaves his way into the end zone for a touchdown. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, it just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So a drive there of 85 yards. And the capper coming on that 48-yard touchdown dart. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Motion from the wide receiver. Back to pass, it's Jarvis. Unloads to the right. He's got it. That defense got gas, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught in the backfield, it's Mack. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Looking for a gap, it's Mack. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. To the ground. He's got it again. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Pressure coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And this is why this team is losing this game right now. They cannot protect their quarterback. He's already been sacked a bunch of times, almost got sacked right there. This guy doesn't have a chance with the way this offensive line is playing.
That's caught. It's back. Didn't get nearly enough done on third down. He's brought down at the 31-yard line.
For a wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out in front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Looking for the end zone. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. Looking for a man. It's Wheeler. Makes the catch. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Now, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Second down, he'll throw it. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hip.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell it extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Blasted as he lets it go. He's got an open man. Good pick up there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long. And on the critical third down here in the fourth quarter, surprise, surprise, guess who they go to? That guy.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Makes the catch. It's Weeks. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. We saw it on that last play.
Second down coming up. Looking to fire. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense off third down. Back to pass, it's Wheeler. Here's a hit. Fires to the tight end. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too, understanding the situation. It's third down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the first down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you set up fourth down.
From 56 yards out, what a power leg. Never a doubt about that one.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the fourth quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a two-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So, guys, we'll see this offense again. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Complete to the left. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. When you're trying to protect the lead, you just simply cannot have a personal foul penalty at this stage in the game. To the air on first down. Good timing on the quick out. And out of bounds right at the 12-yard line.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Power football with the run. Oh, what a cut! And he's into the end zone for a touchdown.
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes continue to feed this man the ball.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. From the shotgun, the inside give. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with second and short.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Weeks. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses it.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Looking to throw, it's Wheeler. Fires to the middle. It's complete. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
Well, these two have been absolutely unstoppable in this game, and it just feels like every time this guy drops back to throw, he's throwing it to one guy and one guy only. The defense cannot stop him. He has been a matchup nightmare all game long.
They made the defense pay with that last big chunk of yardage. Now first and 10 from the 30. Lost a throw on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Weeks.
Well, they execute the end route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. He'll do it himself on the draw. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
And with that incompletion, it now sets up a very interesting decision for the head coach, right? You've got to narrowly kick the field goal now and force the opponent to have to at least score a touchdown to retake the lead. But you can also seize a lot of momentum. If you get it here on fourth and short, if you're able to score a touchdown, this is a completely different game.
throw it. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
That was such a risky call. With the lead late in the game, to go for it on fourth down, that could have been disaster if they don't get it. But with the conversion, now the question, is that enough to ice this thing and win the game?
This offense not only has a chance to extend the lead on first and goal, he's got it, and he goes into the end zone for the touchdown.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done, and now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. They march 72 yards, and they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Coming out with it, it's Becker. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Got room to work. Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a first down. Offense in a split backfield. Looking to throw, it's Jarvis. Complete with conviction on the crosser. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
And this offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
Fires to the big fella. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
Now inside 4 minutes to go here on second down. Wants to go up top. Grab near the sticks. It's Mack. Makes the stop at the 49, giving 5 yards on the play and a first down.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions. Got to continue to get these first downs. Move quick. Don't be in a hurry. But they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
Wants to go up top on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Mack. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
Moving into scoring territory at the 36 on first down. Finds his man down the middle. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24. First down. Gonna look downfield again. Fires deep toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Makes the grab. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 16.
He runs at the 16-yard line. Brings up third down.
Trying to put together a long, time-consuming drive. This 8th play will be 3rd and 2. Trying to pick it up on the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Absolutely perfect. This is now a 7-point game.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. As the offense gets ready to run out the clock. Take the play clock all the way down to a fraction of a second. Oh, he's got some space. The 10. Touchdown.
Man, it's easy to call plays when I got guys like this who can take the ball and rip it 70-plus to the house. How about the speed? He showed you a little bit of wiggle. This dude's got it all. Nice touchdown run by the running back.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown, just like that. Fielded in the end zone. It's Becker. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. Got him downfield. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So much for the tough field position. One play, and you're already to the 35. To the air. It's Jarvis. Snags it over the middle. Line getting set on 2nd down. Back to pass. Finds his big tight end. Nice pick up there. Gets him the 1st down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Complete. Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. He lost one down the sideline. Pass is incomplete, but there is a flag, and the D might have been a little too rough on the quarterback there. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Just keeps slinging it. A shot toward the end zone. And it's grabbed for the late touchdown. And how about this? It's not over yet.
Yeah, and that's step one. Great Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. A minute and a half to go, and to have a chance, they have to recover this onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you. Right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
Running the lead. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out.
Yeah, you got to be impressed with this offense, man. Fourth quarter, they've been money. Great job putting drives together. Nice play there as well, but this offense has saved their best for the last part of this football game when they needed it the most.